Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing well. In Mufti Menk's Motivational Moments, which I read 1 and 2, and so has my eldest, there's a quote here that I wanted to share with you. Unfair things may have happened to you and caused a lot of pain, but remember, the Almighty is making you a lot stronger in the process. So, unfair things, and this is really relevant because envy comes in. And I have noticed a pattern of some content creators, they border on advising, like they want something to be better, and then it kind of goes off into jealousy. And when it comes to like who gets more donations from their fans, some people will say, well, someone who's does dawah doesn't deserve anything, and it's bad if they get tips. And when you first hear that, you can think of the like Joel Osteen of the Christians, right? Going insane in the membrane, balling out of control. But at the same time, somebody might be jealous that they haven't gotten to that level of like notoriety, views, and whatnot. And that envy is tied to unfairness, that they feel like they've been cheated, like they deserve more. And when you see something that you perceive to be as unfair, I think that if you take a step back, it can be often for your own good. It can burn, it can hurt, cause you a lot of pain and anguish, like, why them? I did this, I did that. Why am I not embraced? Why was I thrown to the side? Why didn't I get this promotion? Why don't I get these views? You know, something like that. But it is what it is. And I think if you're able to keep going, despite not having the tips from your fans, despite not getting the views, then that actually makes you stronger and more stable, so that when that day does come, I think you'll be able to withstand being bought out. Because certain people who rise too fast, you look at it and they begin to take on all these sponsors. It's like a big injection of dopamine into their system. And they become overwhelmed, and they don't want to lose that. They desperately grasp it and are like, oh, don't let go. How can I maintain it? And they're afraid to lose that spotlight. It came upon them rapidly. They rose. It feels great. Dopamine, less cortisol spiking. You feel this attention influx upon you. And then you're like, oh, yay. And so, if someone surpasses you, they go higher, and let's say you start to stagnate, you get more jealous of them, and you're like, oh, that's unfair. So fairness, unfairness, what we perceive as our due, connected to our nafs, connected to greed, connected to our desire to progress, to compete, to win, to excel, that can lead us into the trap of envy, jealousy, perniciousness, to the point where we're given an evil eye upon our brother and sister in Islam. And so, you can think of it also in terms of a misfortune was granted to you as your burden, while someone who is more evil didn't get that burden. And then you feel like it's unfair, which, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most just, swift, and accounting. And when we're tested, we're going to get nearness to Him. But what we perceive as fair and unfair depends a lot on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He knows what's within the chest. He knows more than we know. And getting strength in the process is definitely not easy. Not easy. There's going to be times where you're like, wow. But trust the process. And if something you perceive to be as unfair does occur, I think it's highly important that you not remain in a state of envy and jealousy, and you reflect upon your intentions. You know, the social media landscape has caused quite a lot of envy where people can't be happy for someone and then they feel like they've been slighted, they've been surpassed. And I've listened to also some Christian podcasters, and they are ankle biting. They feel like they were, blacklisted, and now others are rising, and then they feel like they should have been the one to be, pushed up in the algorithm or on the spotlight, put on the stage, and they don't like to see their peers excel. It's strange, this phenomenon, but it is very human. So, this is very important. Fairness, unfairness, getting stronger in the process, and trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and join the blog.